Welcome back to the MLG GameOn Invitational. We are hopping into Group D right now.
C.
The D match of Group C. The fifth match, like the letter D.
That would not be the fifth match.
We're about to see Minigun
That would be
versus Kane.
D is the fourth letter. Vibe.
Vibe?
A little bit thrown off. It's okay. Compose.
Okay.
Compose.
Welcome back to the MLG GameOn Invitational. Today, we are going to complete Group C. We are at the fifth match, the final best of three for today, the ultimate match of the day. And it is going to take place between Vibe and Colonel QXC.
Colonel QXC coming from a strong victory against Desro with a score of 2-0.
Strong victory. A 2-0.
Very controversial game.
Very controversial game. Will be talked about for millennia to come.
It is quite possible. And yeah, if you want the VODs of that game or any game that we've casted,
go check out GameOn.gg.
Yeah,
open up the VOD section.
VODs. It'll send you to our YouTube where all the VODs will be organized.
Definitely.
Perhaps, I think some of the VODs might already be up.
Possibly.
From today.
What does VOD stand for? Do you know?
VOD. Video.
Because I noticed on GameOn you have the V capitalized and the D capitalized, but I'm just curious.
No,
if
I
you
have
that.
both. All of it.
Yeah, the O is capitalized too?
Yeah, of course.
Are you sure?
Yep. How does it feel to know you're wrong?
I mean, at least I know what VOD stands for.
What does it stand for then?
I'm going to let you find that out after the game, okay?
Okay. Sounds good.
It's a video on demand.
Video on demand?
On demand.
So if you want the video on demand of that match or any other, head on over to GameOn.gg.
So who's going to win this game?
It's tough to say. QXC has one of the most impressive TVCs in North America. He actually... There's a little known fact, because QXC doesn't stream quite as often as he used to. But, you know, Jadong had that very impressive run, ended by God Noni.
Yeah.
But the season after, his stats weren't quite as impressive, perhaps because his MMR was already up there. But QXC managed to 3-0 Jadong on the ladder.
Impressive.
Indeed. So a very, very, very strong TVZ player. One of the players that I would definitely not want to face, and I unfortunately have faced QXC in at least 3 qualifier finals. So he could say on the back of beating me, he's qualified to 3 different large events.
Wow.
So I am very scared of QXC's TVZ. He is a very versatile player. He sometimes likes to play mech, sometimes plays bio, and excels at all of it.
Sure. Interesting going on here. What is this, a drone scout in ZBT?
Yeah, I like to scout at 13. I think it gives a lot of information, a lot of valuable information, such as, in this case, it's a Reaper opener, very clear.
I think all you ever see here is either a Reaper opener or a CC first. Like
correct. In my particular case, if I scout at CC first, on the low ground or high ground, I have different responses for each. So I think it's quite a valuable scout. Also, you can scout a double Rax or a proxy, and that's also very valuable. Or you can scout the lack of gas and assume that it's a 1 Rax expand. So there's plenty of information. Now, I don't know. I can understand a lot of players not scouting because they may choose to do the same thing regardless of what they scout. I prefer to mix it up depending on what I see. So, yeah, we see the Reaper moving out, the very standard reactor added onto the factory for later on Hellions, one of my least favorite units as a third player. And
Hellion Banshee pressure becoming pretty common now.
Yeah, QXC loves that as well, but you know, a couple Reapers into Hellion pressure is always a pain in the ass to deal with as a third player, at least for me. Vibe only making 2 links. Vibe does have one of the best control ever, so managing to not lose any drones just yet, pulling the perfect amount of drones just to not lose any to a Reaper, but he might end up losing this one.
Nope, it's gonna make the extractor.
I don't think so.
No, I thought he would make the extractor. He could have. He just didn't believe in himself.
It's quite possible. So Vibe a little bit supply blocked actually, and this is to his misfortune. Yeah, one of the products of this Reaper harass.
Yeah.
So
a little bit careless here.
Oh. I would have made a sport. Great judgment call there by Vibe. Getting to the extractor and saving a little bit of money. This queen off position, the Reaper could scoot around, but it's just going to take the safe way. Hellions in production now. And this is going to be a pain in the ass for Vive to take a third with those Reapers and Hellions being produced.
Definitely.
But all pretty standard. Every circ has to learn how to deal with this. I'm not quite there yet. Another Overlord going down, so QXC already in a pretty decent spot. Did a lot of damage with just the one Reaper. A lot of Terrans commit to 2 Reapers.
Sure. And an okay scout by Vive. He sees the reactor for the Hellions. Doesn't scout anything else, so doesn't know if there's a Stargate going up or another CC or anything like that. So.
Yeah, I think he has to just assume that there's no Stargate because of the timing, and assume that there's going to be a 3rd CC on the way.
Oh, a little brave here by QXC, just running in.
This is standard QXC though.
Yeah, sure. I don't like that. I don't like that Vibe only has 1 queen in his expo. Maybe I play a little bit too safe, but I always get at least 4 queens.
Yeah, Sasquatch from Root Gaming actually part of the CERC chat that North America has, and he tells me that Scarlet likes to call these the QXC Hellions.
Okay.
And it's just you know, just Hellions willing to run into that middle line where most Terrans are a lot more cautious. QXC is never afraid to lose those Hellions.
Sure. I mean, they've definitely paid off. 9 workers roasted so far for QXC.
Those are QXC Hellions if I've ever seen some. It's pretty random, but it works for him. Very similar to what we were talking about earlier with QXC and moving out a random time against Despero.
Sure.
And yeah, these 4 Hellions are going to go back, and if I had to bet on something, is that QXC, one of the few repairing Terrans out there, is probably going to repair those Hellions.
Hopefully. And there he goes. Beautiful. Very nice. Can we get a close-up on those SCVs working? Thank you.
Thank you, Rob, from
Wow,
production.
nice. Can we see it from the other angle now, too?
Thank you.
Very nice.
Thank you, Joe.
Thanks, Joe. Oh! Hellion's going down there.
Yeah, the 3rd is very delayed for Vive right now. Usually you want that 3rd going out at
6.5, at 7, at the latest.
But yeah, I mean, it's not the end of the world. Some players like to delay it a little bit. I've been experimenting with that. I think you like to delay it a lot.
Yeah, I rarely take it earlier than that. Usually when I have speedlings and queens and I'm comfortable moving out when I've got the creeps right there, because it seems really hard to do against players that play aggressively with Hellions. You know?
It really does.
Which is what QXC's doing. So a lot. Oh man, QXC could kill a lot of drones here if he were to run in, but it would be. These would
would be incredibly risky.
Brave, yeah.
He doesn't know that the links are out of the
exactly. Yeah, even for QXC, that would be insanely brave.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, for the time being, it's a pretty normal game, I suppose, with the advantage definitely going to QXC. Vive trying to catch this Hellions.
Oh, so much indecision.
Yeah, too much.
He actually could have did it. I think he could have surrounded. I don't think QXC was watching.
You think he could have did it?
I think he could have did it.
Aren't you always like proud of your English and stuff?
I'm proud of my vocabulary, not my grammar.
Okay.
It's a big difference.
All right. Well, I think he could have did it.
I think he could have done it.
Oh.
I was letting my Nebraska roots show there a little bit. I think he could have did it.
Yeah, I was letting my Peruvian roots show a little
bilingual
bit.
Roots.
Yeah, my bilingual as fuck.
Oh, shit.
Trying to look for this round here, Vive is. He really needs to catch this Hellions. He cannot allow himself to lose any more links.
Yeah, I think he should wait for Muta or something. He's lost so much trying to dance with these Hellions.
Yeah, what's the units lost?
It's gotten a little bit. It's ridiculous.
That's pretty.
Yeah,
gross.
it's gotten ridiculous at this
And again,
point.
I think that he almost needs to catch those Hellions. He almost. Oh, this could be good. This could be what he's looking for. QXC with the Hellbats, perhaps transitioning now into mech. This is going to be doing a little bit of damage.
Oh, never mind. We're doing a lot of damage in this. Oh,
yeah.
Nice, and he goes back and targets the SUVs.
Good focus firing. Identifies that it's mech as well. Seeing the blue flame Hellion, the Hellbats. I'm not sure if he saw the Thor, but he definitely sees that tank.
We'll be able to take out that siege tank and some more SUVs down here.
Very nice movement by Vive, but at the same time, in his base, those Hellions were still around, and they ain't not fucking around.
They ain't not fucking around. I couldn't have said it better myself. These Hellions are definitely going to make their way up into the main. Ah! He wasn't watching. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Got that landing drone.
Vive not focusing on... Oh, there he goes. Focusing on the right Hellion now. Both of the right Hellions. But those Hellions just doing way too much damage. Vive at half the supply of QXC.
Are we not? Okay. We didn't see
with worse economy than the meching player, that's always a really, really tough spot to be in.
And I think that Vibe might be in an almost unwinnable spot at this point.
Some would say that.
That's, oh, well, wow, still 42 drones. 3 idle blue flame Hellions. Here we go, coming back in. There are mutas on the way for Vibe, but
Yeah, it's
just
just not gonna be
so many drones gone. The Terran can replenish his minerals pretty easily with mules. It's not worth it if you're going to lose your whole mining field. 43 workers down so far for QXC.
Yeah.
47, 48. We make 50? Nope. Pretty rough spot for Vibe to be in. I don't know. If I were Vibe, I would probably run these muta and see if you can do any damage. If there are turrets and throwers up, I would probably just say, peace!
Peace!
Peace! I would peace up. Peace up
Yeah.
on out of this game, because, it's a pretty rough spot to play from.
Yeah, he's surprisingly only 30-ish supply behind. 40.
Yeah, well, yeah. Nice call, Destiny.
Good call.
Thanks. I
That
agree.
was quite impressive. So QXC Hellions working at their best there.
Definitely. Maybe, well, I don't know. I think Vibe was just really, really sloppy there with all the lings, you know?
Yeah, too much indecision.
He
perhaps,
lost like
you
80
said.
lings to like, and he got like 3 Hellions for it.
Yep.
That
If
was-
that second shot doesn't go off, I think everything's a little bit different. But those first few Hellions did so much damage already.
Sure.
And yeah, QXC playing a great game. We're gonna go to a
Definitely.
quick 90-second break.
We'll be back with maybe the last match of the night.
It's
2 more
quite
matches to
possible.
go. Yeah, and we'll see you guys in